Hi, this is Sherry. I'm coming at you from my special secret spot up in the mountains, and I'm with my adventure kitty. And we have problems because we have dogs that are after us. What's interesting is we have human dogs and real dogs. I'm trying to calm myself down right now because on the way up the mountain, on the twisty turny roads, there was a guy that was coming up behind me, and he wanted to go fast. Everybody wants to go so fast, and I didn't want to go as quickly as I normally go as I came up the mountain because of Lily. I didn't want her to get, motion sickness or get upset because this is her first time up the mountain, a lot of twisty turns. So this guy comes up behind me, and when we get to where we can finally split off into two lanes, I go to the right, and I'm like, okay, guy, go. So he goes flying past me, and then we come around the next corner, and he overreacted, thinking, I guess, he was too close to me, and he went off into the other lane. The oncoming, no one was coming, but he slid off the embankment, and he caught it, the car, he caught the wheel, and then the car rolled in front of me, and I was just like, it was in slow motion. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen, and he stopped, and he was sitting upright in his car, like he handled it. He didn't go over the edge. He was able to stop himself, and when the car landed again, he was sitting there, and he was looking at me like, lady, and I thought, I didn't do anything, dude. And I'm thinking, what do I do? I mean, there's nowhere for me to stop. There's nowhere for me to pull over. There's no room. And I'm thinking, so I'm calling 911, and no cell service. I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. So I'm going up further. I'm thinking, okay, the smartest thing for me to do is to continue to go up the mountain, right? So I can get some help. God, when the great wave comes, go to the mountain. It just keeps coming up to me. And anyway, I'm stressed out. I'm trying to calm down here. It's okay, Lil. She's feeling it from me. It's okay, baby girl. You stay up here with me. Doggies are around here. And so it took about... I got to the top, to the maybe 5 turns more. It wasn't like really far. And I got to a gas station, and the service came in, and I got a hold of the police. And the lady was just ridiculous. She wasn't getting the information from me. She wasn't understanding what I was trying to tell her. And she was trying to patch me through to the Idlewild or the Hemet Fire Department, and it took 10 minutes before that happened. And I was at a gas station. The phone finally rang, and I told them where I was, and I pulled off. I got my gas. I was able to get my gas right for my car. I get out. There's a big truck with 2 guys sitting in front of me, and I kind of pull up behind them, and I pull my truck up or my car up, park it, and I go to the bathroom, trying to compose myself, and I come out, and this truck with these 2 guys is parked across in front of my car, like I can't get my car out. And this guy, and I kind of look at him, and the guy goes, hi. He goes, I just wanted to tell you that you're very beautiful. And I said, thank you. And he goes, yeah, your outfit and your whole everything is just wow. And I said, thank you. And he says, would you like to go with us to get a beer? And I said, no, that's okay. I'm going up to meet somebody. I mean, I didn't know what to say. Like, I'm meeting you guys, right? I guess that's just what came out. And he says, oh, I'm so jealous of that guy. And I'm sitting here thinking, I can't handle this. I said, I'm just looking at him going, everything is surreal right now. This is bizarre. And I said, thank you very much. And I get in my car, and I'm trying to get myself under control. And I get up here, and I get Lily, right? And we get out of the car, and she's doing pretty good, right? And I saw this guy walking up the side of the mountain. I just keep getting big dogs, And this is not a trip for girls with dogs. This is a cat trip, And she's trying to go, no, Lily, you have to stay here. You have to stay up here. Come on, this is how we're going to have to try this. You can go some way, but not too far. So I saw him walking up with these little kids, and I come up to where I am. Oh, wow. I knew they'd come up here right now, the vultures. The vultures are circling. That's what I get. The vultures are circling. And he's down the road. So I get up here, and Lily and I are just getting, settled down, and I'm trying to get her used to where we're at. And the dog comes running up. This dog, I didn't know it was his. I just saw it because I didn't see him with the dog. I just saw him and these kids. And this dog is beautiful. You want to drink, Lily? And it comes running right up to Lily, and it's super friendly. It's a border collie, which I just spoke about, and I just lost my lid all the way down the mountain. Great. Trying to get Lily her water. There you go, baby. Here's your water. I know, honey. There's your water. Want some water? Here. There's your water. So, I gotta remember that my lid is down there on the hill. Anyway, the dog comes racing up to me. Blue eyes. Border collie with blue eyes. And his name is Guy. Of course, he's a guy. And there's little girls looking at me, and I said, can you call your dog back? Is your dog, and she's just looking at me, and I said, is your dog okay with cats? And she's just looking at me, and I said, is your dog okay with cats? Can you call your dog? And then the guy comes over the hill. And he's like, hey, how's it going? Like, it's not a big deal. And I said, is your dog okay with cats? And he goes, yeah, he won't bother her. But he comes running right up to her. And I said, well, she's a little freaked out right now. So would you mind pulling your dog back? And he goes, oh, okay. And I said, are you going to be up here for a while? Because maybe I should go somewhere else. And he goes, no, no, no. So he sits down and proceeds to just let the dog run over. And Lily's like freaking out. And I'm thinking, okay, this is not working out well. So he finally left. And we're here. And she's going to have to calm down. And she's not calmed down right now. Here's water. I don't know if that's going to calm her or what. I'm not calm either, so she's feeling my energy. So I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do our reading. I can't put the lid back on her water. We're going to do it. I've got several decks that we're working from. I'm trying to understand what just happened to me, what I just saw. Somebody overreacted. Tried to pass somebody quickly. So a guy's trying to pass a girl quickly, overreacts, overcorrects himself and flips his car. And the car was totaled, but he was sitting upright. Okay, so what does that mean? Slow down, slow your thinking, don't overreact. When things are getting twisty and turny, you need to calm down, slow down. Slow down because you don't want to lose control of your car, right? We are a car. I'm sure I'll think of other things that it means as well right now. And Lily keeps trying to go somewhere. Where are you going, Lily? Wow, blue jay just went by. Our first totem. So the blue jay speaks about your voice speaking. It speaks about, she wants to explore. So I guess this is going to be something she's going to like. It talks about using your voice appropriately and not being a bully. Okay, that's what, Lily, you have to come up here. Come up here. Do you want me to stay down there? Lily, come up here, babe. Lily, come up here. Come on. Come on. Well, you wanted adventures, didn't you? Okay, I guess we're going down there. Okay, so I'm going to pull out, I guess I'll start with the card. This reading is unbelievable. I'm going to start okay. I'm getting messages right now already. My thermos and my container that I brought food and water for us. The water spilled inside, so there's water in there, so that's emotion. So that's stressed out right now, that's emotion. So we gotta put the lid on everything, right? It's okay. Slowly take stock of everything that's going on. Put the lid on it, whatever the emotions that were out of control. Get things calm. I know, baby. The wind is blowing like crazy up here. The next thing that's going to happen is it's going to start raining. That's interesting. So the messages that we're working with, okay, we're going to do that. The messages that we're working with right now are coming from several decks. We've got the Farerytale Oracle. It was funny because my friend Brian from Ireland said, "Look what I got for my birthday," and he showed me the Farerytale Oracle, and I said, "Oh, I'm taking 2 cards of mine are going to be used today in the weekly reading." Yeah, and he goes, "Oh, that's cool. Can't wait to see it." But when I went to shuffle all the cards and I went to ask, there were so many cards and decks that were being asked to be used, and so we're only using one right now. I'm going to walk and talk if I can, try and multitask. This is what I seem to do best. So it's called Words. Interesting, because that's what the blue jay is speaking about. And look how beautiful she is. Turquoise. Love that. That's my favorite color. Turquoise is also the stone about speech. It's about using your voice and speaking up. You need to speak up is what it's talking about. So defend your position, speak your truth, allow things to be known. I mean, I'm thinking about everything, right? There was an accident I just saw. Information needed to be relayed. It needed to be relayed right then. So I'm thinking about in your life, if there's something going on that's causing issues, and you know that it is, you know that there's a problem, you need to speak up. You need to do something. Whatever is in your power in order to help, that's what you need to do. Hey, Lily, come on. Babe, let's go. Down here. Come on. We're going down here. Come on. Come on. We'll go down here away from the dog. I'm going to take her down where she feels a little bit more confident. Maybe it's more grounded here. Come on, chicken. Come on. There you go. There's more for you to explore, okay? All right, so using your voice appropriately, calming down, getting rid of the emotion. Take the emotion out of it. Get your bearings, calm down, speak what you need to speak. The facts, nothing but the facts, ma'am. Use your voice appropriately in a manner that can help the most people, as well as yourself. Make sure that you're understood clearly. I'm going to watch this later, and I'm going to understand why this is all happening. Okay, so you can look at her while she's going around. That's what I read when I look at this card, because turquoise is the color of communication, something that needs to be spoken. She looks like she's a very beautiful girl, but she looks like she's scared or she's crying. I'm going to let you look at Lily. So what's going on when this message comes up specifically is you're being asked to watch the words that you have in your mind, the words that you speak, the words that you think. It's important that you are thinking and speaking about what needs to be said. You're coming from a place of love. You're coming from a place of kindness, of goodness. It's helpful. What would love say? What would love do? That's what's coming to mind first of all for me. So if it's of a beneficial value, good. It's also talking about keeping things positive, right? Because it's very important. What you speak about is what you bring about. Lily, just lay down. Get grounded. And what comes into your head and what you speak about, you're creating, right? So I'm coming up the mountain and I saw that accident. I'm thinking about this now. I saw that accident happen in front of me, roll over. It was upsetting, it was stressful. And it's strange. I'm going to talk about this too. Yesterday, I had this guy add me on my Facebook page, and I don't normally add men, ever. And I don't even add women, unless they're from the spiritual community, right? But I was trying to prove a point to myself. And to tell you the truth, he looked very much like somebody, and I was upset yesterday. Remember, yesterday was just kind of like all over the place for me. So anyway, I added him, and then I went about my day and I was doing my thing. And then I went back, which is weird because, like I said, I was proving a point. I said that I had released myself from all binds, right? From all ties, from all vows of soul contracts. Remember? I did that. I released myself. So I was pretty much just, and the guy was gorgeous. He was gorgeous. I'll tell you the truth. The guy looked like I described my twin. I said, this is the man that's supposed to be coming into my life. And then all of a sudden this guy shows up on my page and looks like a cross between him and his brother. It was ridiculous. And I laughed. And then I thought about it later, and I thought to myself, this isn't what you do. I'm not comfortable with this. You know, you don't add men. And I didn't even, and I looked at his pictures before I added him, and he had outdoor pictures, and it was kind of like my style. So the guy was like my kind of guy, right? He was an outdoorsy guy. He was hiking. He was in caves. He was in mountains. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And I did just say to the universe that I'm releasing myself from any vows or any contracts, and whatever was in my highest good, I was welcoming in, right? So I figured, okay, this is it. This is a guy I'm welcoming in, all right. But then when I had time to think about it, I went back and I looked at his page and I thought, there's nothing spiritual on this page. You don't add people normally, and you certainly don't add men, right? There's nothing spiritual. And what I was getting in from spirit was stand your ground, stand in your integrity, right? And so I thought, just because a guy's good looking and he looks like he does what I want to do, doesn't mean that he's my guy, right? I've said before and it doesn't mean that this guy wanted anything from me other than, I mean, he has hundreds of other women on his page, I'm sure, he's gorgeous. It doesn't matter. It was almost like it was a test from the universe for me. Are you going to allow somebody in? Yeah, okay, I'll allow somebody in. But it's got to be my kind of person. There was nothing on his page about the spiritual community. So I wrote to him and I said, hi. And I said, I don't normally add men, ever. And I don't even add women. And I said, but I added you. And I said, frankly, I was trying to prove a point to myself. And to tell you the God's honest truth, you look like someone I know. And so I said, but in all reality, I said, I don't add people generally unless they're part of the spiritual community. And I don't see anything on your page about that. I said, I don't mean to be bitchy, but I'm very protective of my energy and who I allow in. And so I'm just letting you know. And I said I didn't want to just delete you without saying something, so I thought I'd give you the opportunity to respond. So he reads this in the middle of the night. I get up and this morning and I saw that he read it and he didn't respond. So I went back and I talked to my girlfriend. I said, check out this guy's page. And she says, he's using that page as a dating site. She has all, has her espionage theories. And I said, I don't even think it's real. And she goes, no, he's real. She goes, but he's just, targeting beautiful older women and he's, what is it with guys and cougars? Because the guy, when I got to the gas station that asked me to go get a couple beers, he had to be 30, and this guy was like 30, or I don't know how old he was. I can't tell how old anybody is, maybe 35. Too young for me, right? And I thought, what is the universe doing with me? So I gave him an opportunity to respond, and he didn't. So I waited, he didn't. So I wrote to him and I said, no response. And I didn't wait. I thought, no, it doesn't even matter, because if he has something to say to you about your spirituality, about, that's why I added you, because I feel like, this is kind of, but he didn't. There was nothing on there about, but like 7 or 8 pictures of him and his dog, his super cool dog. Dog was really cute, just like this guy and his dog. And I just kept getting, in my head, big dogs ride for free. And I kept saying, this is a cat trip. This is not for dogs, right? And so when you're vibing, so then I come up the hill, I see the guy flip the car. In the end, I deleted the guy. I deleted him and I said, I'm done. Sorry, I'm done. So that's me holding my standards up. But it's this vibration. And I said, I wonder what that was about. There's always a meaning and a message to something, right? So yes, I open myself up to whatever's in my highest good, but I have to be discerning about what is in my highest good. And then I got to stand in my integrity and speak my truth, like this message said, right? You got to stand in your integrity. Use your voice appropriately, like the Blue Jay said, right? Use your voice appropriately. Don't be a bully. Like I said, I don't mean to be a bitch, but this is who I am and this is how I operate, and he had an opportunity to respond and he didn't, so he's out. And then I made my page private again, because for some reason, I guess I made a couple of posts about Lily. They were public, and then it made my whole page public, so I had to close that down again. Closing in my energy and protecting myself. And I'm not going to be paranoid, but I had this thing sent to me this morning about, how Facebook and the Messenger, how they watch your phone and they get your information, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, that's true. I did some research on cannabis oil for Lily. And the next thing you know, I get a phone call from a company saying, oh, we're calling in response to your interest in the cannabis oil when you called us. And I said, no, I didn't call you. But you have my information clearly. So thanks, but no thanks. And I thought, dang. But then I talked to a friend of mine and she says, it's everything. It's everywhere. The Spirit told me that I'm going to be shutting down certain websites. And maybe I will. Maybe it'll be Facebook, but Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, they're all the same, I remember my twin saying to me, I hate all this public media. It's mind-sucking, blah, blah, blah. He had this, had this opinion of it. And I said, I understand that, but it can also be very useful, and I reach a lot of people. So my friend said to me, it's true. But if they want something bad enough, they're going to get it. You can't go around being paranoid. You're not a spy. You're not, doing stuff illegally. There's no reason for anybody to be watching you. It's not like there's some guy that's sitting there looking at your page. They're just pulling, they're trying to figure out how they can sell advertising to you. So I'm just like, all right, you're right. I'm not going to be paranoid. I'm not going to overprotect, because that was one of the messages Spirit gave to us the other day. There's no need to overguard, right? But you have to be protective. You have to use your brain. So like with that guy, there was no reason for this guy to be on my page if he is not a spiritual person and and he read it and didn't have anything to say about that. So he's out. I'm not here. I'm not on Facebook as a dating website. I'm here to do my spiritual work. That's why I use it. And I'm able to connect with people and in different countries and speak to them freely through the messenger. That's why I use it for my work and for helping people and doing readings and doing this, right? So, and then I'm thinking about, okay, while I'm vibrating from the experience of the car flipping over, remember when you have a negative energy, when you're still vibrating from that, you draw more to you. So I have the first guy come at me last night, and then I have the guy at the gas station, right? And then I have the guy up here with the dog. Now this guy with the dog wasn't after me, but it's interesting. Dogs are guys. Remember I picked up and I'm not saying that, I know you guys are what you understand, right? As far as I'm concerned, me and Lily, we're cats. And I'm a cat person. I just am. I love dogs. I love them, but I'm a cat person. And it's funny that when you're vibrating at a frequency, you draw that to you again. So what do I draw to me? I draw a dog running up to my totally sacred private place that nobody ever is when I have my cat here for the very first time. So it's like, lift your energy, lift your vibration. So we have to calm down. Like she's getting used to it a little bit. But you can see how that happens, that while you're still vibrating from a negative experience, another one will be drawn to you immediately, just like that. And also the universe is showing me that there's guys all over the place that are hitting on me that are freaking young. What is it with guys and cougars? Is that, you know, that's what I probably should have been speaking about, was the Cougar Totem. and I think I will add something about the Cougar Totem. I know it talks about boldness and taking control and taking charge of your life and being confident. I know that when I went to Sedona, the cougar was my totem animal that showed up, and she was working with me. So right now we're working with the power of the cougar, which is another big cat, right? I told you I came in with the big cats. So I'm going to turn this around so you can watch what's going on around here. She's getting better at this. This is going to be okay. We're going to be okay. So this when we're talking about words and this message, it doesn't mean to flatter or give in to things that aren't true. It doesn't mean anything negative. What it means is they want you to find the beauty in yourself and people and situations. They want you to remove any negative energy, any negative thoughts from your mind. We're supposed to be lifting our vibration right now, right? Here we are up in the mountains, and we're lifting our vibration. This is what it is. We're being told that to detach ourselves from ugly thoughts, ugly words, because it's poison. We don't want anything anywhere near us, anything like that. What it also talks about is, this particular message is talking about, if you desire something that is someone else's, if you desire something that somebody else has or that they have created, you can't just suddenly create it. There's work that you need to do, right? On your own level, on your own time. You got to work it. You've worked your own mind, your own energy, the words that come from your lips. When that happens, this little girl, where is she, that they showed us, because the story, it's a fable. I didn't tell you the story. She meets this little fairy in the forest, and every time she speaks, jewels drip from her mouth. So it's talking about when you use these loving words and the proper words, beautiful things like that, and when you're creating something of yourself, for yourself, and you've done your work, and you're using your words appropriately, and it's like jewels are dripping from your mouth, right? So that's what they're talking about with this card. And they're talking about that there's going to be evidence of this beautiful beauty inside of you on the outside. People are going to pick up this energy, and they're going to be drawn to you because of this. And if you resist this, if you don't do the work yourself, you're never going to find the right words. And you're never going to be able to clear that poisonous kind of negative energy from you. So a lot of times, like I said, people study other people and try and copy them. But if you don't do your own work, you're never going to do it. It's never going to work. You're never going to exude that energy that other people have that do their inner work, because that's what lifts your vibration. That's what draws people to you. That's what makes you a light, right? So they want you to clear yourself, do your work, and then the beauty that you have to offer the world is going to come naturally. It's going to be like raindrops or like jewels as from this girl's mouth, because they're talking about words having the power to change lives. They're talking about how when you speak kind words and good words, you have rewards for that, right? Your kindness is rewarded. They want you to be charitable. They want you to do good deeds for others without thinking about, expecting anything back. This isn't about enriching yourself. This is just about coming from a place of beauty. What's interesting to me as well was I chose these cards before I came up here, and one of the main messages for this card was that someone may need your assistance. Dang, and that guy that flipped his car, he needed my help. I said, I was so confused as I was driving up. I said, oh, there's cars coming behind me. There were no cars coming behind me that I saw. And it was a while before a car drove past me. So if I hadn't have been right there on it, gosh, the guy needed help. So, and then I keep seeing this vulture circling. That just keeps coming back into my mind, which is odd for me. The vultures are circling. So, yes, I open myself up. I say to the universe, I'm open to other men coming into my life, right? That's what I said. I'm going to move forward and whatever, and not just men, but all the goodness that's going to come into my life. I'm open to it right now. But then it's all going to kind of flood in, and we have to use our own discernment, right? We have to weed out what isn't in our highest good. Everything comes. When you are a light shining, people come to it. You're like a moth to a flame, right? That's what happens. So you have to be discerning and choose what it is that's in your highest good. And so that's why the vultures are circling. You know, the vulture's going to pick off whoever is easy to pick off. Easy pickings, right? Well, I'm not easy pickings. Okay, so then we have one more kind of not really positive message, and it's not so much that it's not positive, but it's advice. You can see right now this beast, this ram. That's interesting because I'm a ram, and there's this beautiful maiden, and it's Beauty and the Beast, and it's saying you need some space in a relationship right now. And the number is 8, and the 8 is the infinity symbol, so which speaks about abundance coming forward, ever flowing in many different ways, and it's not just abundance as far as material concerns, or it's wealth of knowledge, it's advice, it's everything. That's what the infinity symbol means. So in this relationship, they're saying that you got to take control back of your life. You've got to release yourself or free yourself from a controlling force, right? You've given away your power. So it's like me yesterday. I take my power back. I give you back your power and I take mine back, right? They're talking about in love, in friendship, in matters of the heart. There are people that engage in games. These are games of dominance. They want to control, right? It's how they were raised. It's how they were raised. This thinking keeps them in a place of fear. They think that this is keeping them in a place of control, but it's not. They're not coming from love. They're coming from a place of fear. So they're saying, be careful of what attaches or tries to attach itself to you in the form of love. You need to remain true to yourself. Like when that guy showed up with me. Yeah, gorgeous guy, you know, comes to me. Looks like he's interested in the same type of thing as me, but there's no spirituality, which is my path is my most important thing, right? So I'm just using this guy as an example. It's not like the guy asked me to marry him. It's just, it was giving me an example, right? So what they're saying at this time is when you look at this card, this person is leaning on this one. This one is leaning on this one. I keep thinking big dogs ride for free. Someone's leaning on this one, taking of their energy. Who knows what else they're taking from this person? But they're leaning on them, and she's not comfortable. And this could be a woman leaning on a man or a man leaning on a woman. And this person is basically a tyrant. And this person, it's interesting. She holds a rose, and her love is true, but her rose has thorns. So that's interesting to me. Someone leaning on you, their authority, or maybe their maturity is overwhelming your own wisdom. Maybe what your own mind is already telling you. Maybe you've got more of a naive, fresh, innocent kind of way about you, which I do, because when I looked at that guy, I said, oh, he's not real. He's a fake page. I clearly described what my twin was, you know, what my twin was supposed to look like. The one was supposed to be coming into my life, and the guy shows up exactly like him. So I said, I don't even think it's a real page. So my girlfriend, who's the detective, she goes off, and she starts looking all this, information up. And she's saying, you know, you're just so innocent. You know, this guy's just, he's a player, right? And I thought, okay, so I'm going to be wise, right? So right now, innocence and control, they both have a place in your life, but they have to be in the right spot, right? And they're saying it right now, in this relationship, you need to ask for some space. This is not welcoming. You are not welcoming to what's happening right now. You're saying, step back. So that's interesting to me, because I feel like that was my personal message, right? To the person that came to me on my page. I asked for some space. It wasn't my highest good. But there's more. This person is telling this girl, I love you. I love you. But it's not an unconditional love. They're saying, you must obey me, and you must always please me, always appease me. You got to sacrifice for me. Basically worship this person. You feel overshadowed. You feel watched. You feel judged. You don't feel safe. And everything about this person is demanding approval. You must have this one's approval. This is the energy that's coming from this one. They're saying, my love depends on you pleasing me. I'll give you this rose, but it's going to wither and die just like you will if I take my love away from you. And if I take my love away, and I will, if you don't love me the way I want you to. So you need to obey me. Be true only to me. Ask nothing of me. And only this rose's thorns are going to be your comfort. And you know what's interesting to me? My friend Troy has a song. And in the song it says, I rip the rose from the tree, and I give you the rose, but all you need is thorns. And I thought, dang, that's exactly that kind of narcissistic attitude. He wasn't giving her the rose. He says, all you need is thorns. And just like this person was saying, this is a narcissistic person. asking for only for them. So right now they're saying it's not just maybe a person. There could be symbols of attachment. There may be gifts or treasures that you've gotten from somebody like this. Somebody has given you something, and there's some kind of an energetic connection that's linking and chaining you to them. Remember I said that when I found in my dream that this had something on it. It had a what's it called? An intention when it was given to me, and I had to clear it. I had to clear these because this had been programmed, and it had been programmed in a negative way. So what they're saying is, at this time, this necklace could have been a gift from this one, or who knows what it is that this person has, but whatever it is, mutual positions that you have given to one another, they're energetically binding, and they can be used as blackmail or forms of bribe. So if you've been given something from this one, and they're holding it over your head as a bribe, you need to free yourself from this one. Overcome this tyrant. This is emotional tyranny. And connect to the divine, right? Seek your own truth and power and rediscover love for yourself. You don't need this one. That's not love. That's not real love. That's disguised as love, but it's tyranny and it's disgusting. And you need to free yourself and escape from that beast that's hanging over you. It's time to wake up and free yourself from the control that's standing between you and actually what is in your highest good. Because awaiting you is what flows freely and loving. Without tears, without price, without pain. Real love is given unconditionally. Like I said, with my twin, I released him. I released all of everybody in unconditional love. I have no expectations. I don't ask anything from you. I just want to send out unconditional love, and I want freedom for myself and freedom for you. But in this relationship, there is no freedom. There's a tie that binds. This one is on a leash, and I don't want to be on a leash. She's on a leash right now because I'm keeping her safe. There's a difference. But I don't want to be kept on a leash. She didn't want to be in a cage in the car, right? So I put her in, I took her out of the car and I put her on the car seat, and she liked that. So now she's relaxing, right? She's got a harness. She can go where she's safe. There's a difference between keeping somebody safe and keeping them on a leash like you're a dog. Sorry, we're cats. Okay, so the next message that we have, I'm going to put these ones away, is butterflies in gloom. Okay. Now, she's not looking too happy, is she? But this is not a negative message. This is a positive message. I was happy because the first two were a little bit, heavy. I'm a little too close, probably. So it's talking about the number 22. Well, twos are always everything happening as it's meant, right? So that's a positive. After sadness, happiness, and hope return. So it's talking about life changing and how it hurts. It doesn't have to all the time, though, and you don't have to struggle always. It doesn't always have to be a struggle. We don't always have to go through a difficulty. We see the butterfly. This is transformation. So we have seen the vultures circling, but the vultures, they made their first message, right? Yeah, the vultures are circling, Sherry. Pay attention to who you let in your energy, and you guys too. But it also is a positive message because the vulture speaks about death, rebirth, and transformation. Once you let go of the old, there's a transformation that takes place and there's a rebirth. So that's where I'm at, right? I let go of the old and now it's transformation time, which is what the Thunderbird, I was about to say, what the condor was showing us right now, flying free. So the butterfly is transformation. So after this sad time, they're talking about happiness and hope returning, right? This is going to be some time of goodness. This is a time where for you right now, they're saying that you may be receiving good news and you might question it. You might be frightened about what it might mean. We might think that there's like me, I'm thinking about myself with that guy. I'm looking at that thinking, this isn't real. The universe is trying to bring you something, but I think it's not real. But I did give the person the opportunity to respond and they didn't. So I'm not being paranoid, right? I'm just covering my bases. So right now what they're saying is, you've begun to get used to things being kind of gloomy and dark and sad and depressing. It's okay, baby chicken. And maybe you've gotten this pessimistic attitude, right? And what's going on right now is the butterflies in gloom. She's going to cut, oops, not that one. She's going to cut through that. She's going to cut through this. And she's going to show some light. She's going to show things taking a different turn. And maybe you've been going around having self-pity. Have you been having pity parties? Nothing's going my way, wah, wah, wah. Sometimes we have to be able to allow ourselves to feel crappy when we feel crappy, but we got to get ourselves out of it, right? And it's time to get out and explore and do something. So right now, darkness has been your resting place, but it's time to cut through that, get into the light, get out in public, be social. I'm doing that. I am being social. How funny, I've had 1, 2, 3 opportunities with 3 gorgeous men, and I'm kind of pulled back. I know that I'm doing that. I see that. I recognize that. But I'm just getting out into the world. This is our first time out into the world. Like Lily, she doesn't know quite how to use this yet, right? This is new for me too. I've been in an ivory tower for a long time, so maybe you too. So we have to kind of work our way in. And Spirit's just like boom, boom, boom. The vultures are circling, right? We're seeing this like crazy. So right now, do the things that send the universe messages that you're embracing the hope, right? So no matter how sad you've been feeling and no matter how things have been going, for you at this time, Spirit's saying things are going to take a shift. Things are going to turn for the better. I've had 3 gorgeous guys show up in my face today. Seriously, all 3 of them were gorgeous. Every one of those men that came to me were exactly my type. They were. So the universe, my girlfriend said, you know what the universe is showing you is that there's plenty of fish in the sea. And I brought this up in another reading the other day. I was talking about the girl. She's dreaming about this guy. And this guy's dreaming about this girl. And they showed all of these fish. And I said, yeah, but she just looks at him and he's looking at her. But there's a lot of fish in the sea, right? Open yourself to the highest and whatever is in your highest good, whatever brings you happiness, whatever brings you peace, whatever brings you joy, whatever encourages you on your path. That's where you go, right? Okay, so the next message that we're getting, and this is really interesting because I was shocked that we just kept getting message after message after message. And I was just like, okay, here we go. So the first message that we get is Tantric union. And I laughed because my twin and I, that's what we were talking about. This is what we were doing, is Tantric union. So they show up again, and what they're saying is, this is a spiritual energy. Tantric union is a spiritual. This is the sacred sexual bliss, okay? This is not what some people get into these groups, free love, and everybody comes together, and it's all about, using tantric sex to get yourself to a higher level, this higher high. It's not about that. This is truly about being with your soulmate. This is about, you can't just be with anybody and lift this up and do tantric sex and think you're being a spiritual being. You're not. This is talking about a connection with the divine and with another, with a soulmate that has the same energy as you. This is the tantric union that they're speaking about at this time. It's the flow of creation. It spirals. The kundalini that awakens up. That's what it is. The spiraling up. This greater union. It's made up of opposite forces that come together and they merge with one another. They're constantly splitting and yet merging again and again. It's kind of like a twin soul relationship. You pull apart, you come back together, I swear to God. So that's what they're showing, is that this is constantly rearranging and coming together. It's spiritual energy, but it's definitely sexual in nature. And there's a spiritual sexual union that exists in everything, right? It can be experienced through the physical, like in a tantric union, a touch, or it can be experienced through a spiritual. You can be connecting with your higher self and your spiritual twin, because your seat of creativity is your sacral chakra, right? And that's also your sexual energy. So you can be connecting on a spiritual level mainly, or only, or on a physical level, or both together. So that's what that's going on about right here. And they're saying right now, right at this moment, your spiritual and sexual energy is being aroused. And it's creating this desire to connect with another. And if you're in a relationship already, they're saying that you can expect your relationship to deepen. This tantric union, it's more than the merging of 2 souls. It's more than that. It is the union of opposite parts that come together to create a whole. And through this merger, they bring gateways. And gateways, when Spirit brings us a gateway, that's a door opening, an opportunity, and we're supposed to walk through, right? So that's what it's talking about. This union, and like I said, it isn't solely connected to the physical. Tantric union can also be solely spiritual, but it is the merging of twin souls. So this is what's going on. This is what's going on with you right now. And it's an intense energy, and it's a blessing. And it's in your life right now. So I found that was to have that specific message show up, was amazing to me. That specific one, interesting, the army ants flying around on there. Hi, baby chicken, it's okay. Okay, so the next message, I'm going to move along here pretty quick so that we can go to another area maybe and get her to relax so she doesn't have to just stay in that one spot. Okay, so the next message is abundance. Now you see her, she's tree hugging. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go out, we're going to walk around, we're going to hug some trees. Lily's hugging some trees right now.
So she's, and the message is abundance. Now remember, we got the infinity symbol, and we spoke about abundance and how abundance isn't just money, right? Abundance is coming your way. Abundance is coming your way. There's a heart. It could be matters of love. So it could be romance. It could be knowledge. It could be connection to spirit and your higher self. Whatever it is, there's abundance on its way to you. And it's because you have this abundant heart. That's how you're drawing it towards you. When you have an abundant heart like this, it's natural that you draw abundance to you. So they're asking you to feel abundant. They want you to share. This is your heart. Share your love. Share your abundance with others. Share your gifts with the ones around you, with nature, with others. Because that way you create, whatever you send out into the world comes back to you, right? So whatever you send out, if you send out love, love comes back. When you send out good, when you do good for others, it comes back to you. Yep. So that's what it is. We got this transformation, this beautiful energy that's coming to us. This is a creation of a flow of abundance that flow like that bird going by. And remember that abundance is a state of mind. It's what you believe. It's what you think. That's why we saw the bluebird first, not the bluebird. But when I said that, there's these little birds right there, and they're blue. I wonder what they are. They're very small. They're blue. That's a trip. Maybe they'll get a little closer. There, come up. Let us see you. What are you? Are you the downy woodpeckers? I don't think you are. How interesting that they showed up just right then when I said the bluebird. Well, the bluebird, let's talk about the bluebird then. The bluebird of happiness is here. It is. They show abundance. They show union. They show sexual sacred union. They show relationships that are, if you're in a relationship, you're going to have, it's going to get deeper. Or there's a relationship that's developing between you and another. Most likely a soulmate or a twin soul. You've got abundance on its way to you in all forms, in all ways. As long as you are pumping and priming the pump by sending this out into the world with what your mind is thinking and what you're speaking about, then there's more for everyone to share, right? The only limits that we have are in our minds. We tell ourselves something can't happen, and it can't. Look at them. 3 of them just went by. Did you see that? Did you catch that? 3 bluebirds of happiness. I'm going to attach bluebird's message. There they are right there. They're so cute. They're blue, but they're little. But the first bluebird that went by was a blue jay. But I'm going to do the bluebird of happiness. I'm going to add that because that just seems to be what we're speaking about here. Come on, Lily. Come on up. Our last message is forgiveness. Now, what's interesting is she's walking with her dragon. And she's got the divine masculine and the moon merged together. I find that really interesting, as well as the stars. I'm a star child. Absolutely. So she's looking up. She's got her head in the divine masculine, forward movement, but also in the moon, which is your intuition, right? And the feminine energy of forgiveness and compassion. And the message, and as she walks with her dragon at her side, so has somebody hurt you? Has somebody let you down? What's happened? There's a situation in your life that's in need of healing. This is Kuan Yin. She is the goddess of compassion. So she's saying right now forgiveness and compassion and love and positive energy. That's this energy of this whole reading pretty much is to lift your energy and send out love and be in a place of unconditional love, not expectation, but of just unconditional love. Just send unconditional love out to everyone and everything from our hearts. Visualize green for your heart chakra and blue. I don't know why they said blue, but they're saying blue. Green and blue, rainbow swirls coming from your heart to everyone, out to the universe. Just send it out to the universe to everyone. I feel my sacral and solar plexus spinning right now. I have to do this to see you because the light's shining in my eyes. If you wonder why I'm having you look up my nose, I don't mean to. She's calmed down quite a bit. So Kuan Yin, she walks with her fiery dragon. Here's her fiery dragon at her feet, right? And here's my dragon at my feet. And yes, I know who Lily represents. And she doesn't have any fear from her dragon. She has love. She radiates love. She radiates compassion and mercy to all living things. And those are the energies that have the ability to tame a dragon. I spoke about this the other day. I posted something about this, about the dragon. Wow, look at my moonstone. She's on fire, isn't she? Having the ability to not be, to tame your dragon and to go from a place of fear. You once feared your dragon, but now you've grown to, this dragon loves you and you love your dragon. You don't have any fear. You have now recognized the power in both. You have recognized how you're good for one another. You're there for a reason. And those energies have tamed that dragon. And her dragon walks with her with devotion. Look at Lily. She's my best friend. I know who Lily represents. And Kuan Yin is showing up to offer you her assistance right now. Whatever the situation in your life is that's in need of healing, the way to resolve it is through forgiveness. They want you to show compassion. They want you to show mercy. They want you to know that no matter what is going on, it's not, you know, I've talked to my clients and I've talked to their friends and they've said, I'm never going to forgive them. I'm never forgiving them for what they do. There's no way, I'm sorry. There's no way I'm going to do that. And I said, then you're going to stay stuck because you don't have to hang out with them. You don't have to be their best friend. You just need to forgive. Just say, I forgive, so that I can release myself from this, right? That's what's going on. Know that you're not condoning their actions. You're not saying what they did is okay. You're not. You're just saying, I refuse to carry this. I refuse to be hobbled. I refuse to be crippled by this, right? That person that was domineering and leering over top of you, this one who was saying, you owe me, right? If you don't do what I say, you're going to lose my love. If you don't worship me, if you don't, and expect nothing back from me, then you're going to have nothing. This one, this is the one. Yeah, you know what? You look at this person and you say, you know what? I forgive. Wouldn't want to be you. I release you because I'm not going to carry this. I'm not going to let you have these ties bind me. So you don't have to condone what they're doing. You just need to release yourself from the ongoing negative attachment to that one who needs to go out of your life right now. And right now, Kuan Yin is saying, I bestow my blessings upon you. So she's helping, right? She's helping you out. So those are our messages. I'm going to put these here. Lily has completely settled down now. And I'm going to take her. I got to show. It's funny because I knew that it would be really, really hot today. I'm dressed up. Like, look at, this is how I hike. Can you see what I'm wearing? It's hysterical. I'm wearing a long hippie skirt, right? See what I'm wearing? And then I've got these like sparkly hippie shoes. And we're hiking. But that's how we do it. That's how we do it. So right now, Lily and I, and now she seems to be very comfortable where she's at. Are you happy where you're at, baby? Maybe she doesn't want to go. But I got to pick her up. I got to go down and get my lid. I'm going to close this up. Sorry, you guys aren't seeing anything fun. I'm going to pick us up, and I'm going to say to you guys, while I'm showing you how beautiful it is, come on, baby girl. Okay. Me and my hiking partner say thank you for joining us. I want to say that if you would like any help with dream analysis, life coach work, hold on, I'm going to put you this way because I got to bend down to pick this up. Dream analysis, life coach work, private readings, long distance Reiki healing. It's been working on Lily. I've been doing Reiki on her and it's helping her. I would be happy to help you. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. I gotta get my spoon over there. www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. And go to my website. When you go to my website, you'll figure out what it is that you want, what would work best for you. Gosh, isn't that beautiful, you guys? Isn't that so beautiful? And once you do that, go to payment options. And that will take you to my PayPal. And then when you get to PayPal, PayPal will notify me when they're notified. And you can at that point, oops, she's got her hand stuck in my top. You can at that point write to me on my email. That would be the best place to write to me so that we get in touch with each other right away, because my website isn't as fast, and I can get information from you right away from my personal email. And I always make it a priority for my private readings, for my other work. So you'll get very prompt response, and I'll fit you in right away. The wind is whipping up. I don't know how she feels about that. I wasn't able to get a harness for her. Not a harness. I have a sling that I'm getting, but I wasn't able to get it yet, so that I could carry her close to my body. So when I finish with you guys and I don't have to carry all this stuff around, I'm going to wrap her in my towel, and then I don't think she's as scared as she was before, though. Isn't this cool? So she said she wanted to go on adventures with me, and this is what we do. I'm a woman of my word. I do what I say I'm going to do. And can I ask you guys, I have already done this myself,
But can I ask you guys to please send prayers that that man is safe? He's okay. I know he's safe, but that he's going to be okay. He looked like he was okay when he landed, but gosh, you know, so my love goes out to him. I hope that he's all right. And like I said to the highway patrol or whoever it was I was speaking to, I felt terrible. I felt like there was something else I could have done, and there wasn't anything I could do. I did what I could do. That was the man that was in need of assistance. Wow. So I hope he's okay. Anyway, thank you guys for being with me and Lily for our very first reading. It was a little bit all over the place because it generally is anyway with me. You know how I work. It's never simple. But it's gonna get simple. Good girl, baby. You wanna go see? Good girl. Good girl. She did pretty good for a big dog coming up to her, you know? She handled herself pretty well. Which I think Spirit means to tell me that I handled myself pretty well when that big dog came up to me. With probably not in my highest good, right? But so, Bluebird of Happiness, we're going to connect, add to the bottom of this reading. And we're also going to connect Border Collie, because that Border Collie means something to me. I already know that. I already spoke about that. That was a banner picture of on my page, my personal page, a blue-eyed Border Collie. And it's probably representing me or my twin. Look at the rays coming through, the rain coming down in the light. Isn't that beautiful? Can you guys see it? I wish I could zoom this in. This is so incredible that I dislike even turning off the camera, you know? I want you guys to just kind of walk around with us and see how beautiful this is. It's just incredible. The temperature up here is absolute perfection. It's probably 70. It's amazing. The wind is cool, and it's just, it feels fantastic. And we've got animal messengers, cute little ones, big, bold ones. It hasn't rained on us. I thought that it was going to rain on us, and maybe it will kind of start to sprinkle when we go to leave. But right now, this is like my favorite place to be. My favorite place to be. I love it up here. And she's going to get used to this. Yeah. Spirit says to get grounded. Her and I needed to get grounded. And exercise. She needed exercise, and she needed to get outside. So all of this is helping her. Oh, in case you guys were wondering, I've been feeding her with a syringe, and she's eaten more in the last 2 days than she has in 3 weeks. So she's gonna get stronger. We're determined. We're gonna go get some milk thistle. Wow, baby. Wow, baby, it's the wind. What do you think of that? Milk thistle helps cats, if you guys didn't know, with liver issues. So, and the liver can repair itself, so we are repairing her. So fresh air, getting out in nature is what they told us. Fresh air, get grounded, get nourishment into her. Homeopathic means spending time together. She asked for me to go on vacation, and she asked me to go on adventures with her and not leave her alone. She wanted her, and she told me something about when I did a reading on her. She told me what she needed, and she told me what I was supposed to literally put into her food. And what I was shown was condensed milk, and I thought, wow, that's a trip. I've stood there in the aisle looking at it, thinking, condensed milk? Why would I give a cat condensed milk, right? And I called my other friend who's a Reiki master, and I asked her, what do you get, you know? And she said, I'm getting Lily's saying condensed milk. And I said, I'm standing right in front of it right now. So I put it in her food. And the thing is, I love condensed milk. When I was a little girl, my grandmother, I found some in the cupboard, and I was caught underneath the couch or the table, or I don't know where I was hiding, and I was eating it with a spoon. Literally eating it with a spoon. And she made me eat the entire can, and I was so sick. But I love it. And I don't think I've even had it since I was a little kid. And so I bought it, and I went to try to put a little on my finger for her, and she didn't like it, right? But then I mixed it in with her food, and then I tried some, and I kept going back to it. I'm like, gosh, it's like, it was strange. It's like my body craved it, and I thought, you know what? It's making me hungry. It's making me want it. So I thought that's probably why she needs it. But then I thought about something else. Milk. They're talking about no crying over spilt milk, right? They talk about milk being nurturing, right? Mother's milk. She's my baby, right? She needs condensed milk. She needs love. She needs condensed love to the point where it's sugar. She needs sugar. When people say, there's a song called Sugar, and it's, give me some sugar, right? Give me some love. So that's what she needs. She needed sugar, she needed love, she needed all of it in physical and in a metaphysical, kind of spiritual, emotional way. So all these ways that I get these messages, and I listen to everything that Spirit gives me. And this is pretty cool. She's a pretty chill cat, you gotta say. Right, baby girl? Huh? You wanna say goodbye to everybody? You wanna show them your Anunnaki eyes? You wanna show them your Anunnaki eyes? Huh? Look at those eyes. She's incredible. All right, you guys. We're not going to do the solar meditation because I've gone on too long and I want to spend some time with Lily up here before it rains. So peace, love, and golden light.